Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Nerd News Review. My name is Tyler, and today I will be going over Flamin' Hot. For those of you that don't know, this is a Hulu original about the creation of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I normally start these reviews by kind of giving a quick breakdown of how I think the actors did, and I really want to start with Jesse Garcia. He was the lead playing Richard Montanez, the actual creator of the product. And I have to say, he did an amazing job. All the comedic parts landed very well. He had great timing with all of his lines, and it was very funny. But the scenes with his father that were supposed to be more dramatic and serious and really brought on the development of his situation in the time were also very good and well portrayed. Annie Gonzalez played his wife and was an excellent addition to this movie. The way that she played the supporting wife really led to a lot of the most heartwarming moments in the movie and was just very enjoyable from beginning to end. Another actor I was surprised to see was Dennis Haysbert, or most of you probably know him as the Allstate guy. He did a very good job playing Richard Montanez's mentor to really help push him up, and a lot of the interactions between him and Richard really laid the foundation for a lot of the comedy that you see throughout the film. The last person I want to talk about is Tony Shalhoub, which most people probably know from Monk, but for me it was always 13 Ghosts. I know that's not a great movie, but it's one of my favorite horror movies from when I was a kid. He played the CEO of Frito-Lay and really was a fun addition to this movie. The next thing that I want to get into is the plot, which is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, the movie is about the creation of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. With that being said, I really enjoyed how they did it. But Jesse Garcia narrates the whole movie, and you get these little snippets of leading up to when he finally gets hired by Frito-Lay as a janitor, all the way up through his rise of becoming an executive of the company. It's the early stages of his life in this movie that I think shine the most, in the simple fact that it really shows all the struggles that he had to go through just to even get a job as a janitor at the time. Since the movie takes place throughout the 80s and 90s, I really wish that they got more into the details of why the company was on a downturn and the economic status of the US. It kind of gets glossed over, but it did save a lot of time. It's just something that I was kind of interested in that I wish we could have gotten a little bit more info on. Outside of the development of the product and the factory scenes, this movie really is a movie about family. From beginning to end, whether it was his relationship with his grandfather or the struggles he had with his father, to even raising his own kids and trying to support his family. At the end of the day, though, this movie was about family values and how no matter what, as long as you have people behind you that support and love you, you can accomplish anything. And that core of the movie was really my favorite part. But the fact that this was rooted in a rags to riches true story, completely focused on how family bonded together to get through hard times and come out on top together, was really heartwarming and refreshing for a lot of other movies that just kind of fall into a cliche. Now, I am going to get into the things that I thought the movie could have done better. There were a lot of points in this story that felt kind of rushed that I was more interested in learning about. Which a lot of it was kind of the montage at the beginning, which kind of cut straight from him being a kid to immediately having a kid and changing his life and trying to get, his feet back under him. But I really would have liked if they would have focused on kind of more in between to kind of branch out and get to know him better. But the movie was already an hour and a half, so I kind of understand where they had to make cuts for the sake of saving time. There's also a few other time skips in the middle of the movie that I think they could have given a little bit more attention to. I understand that you can't harp on every little detail, but some things I feel like just got glossed over for the sake of time. The last little thing that I kind of had a gripe about was that the last half an hour of the movie just happened really fast. It was a lot of buildup at the beginning to get to the creation of the product and how exciting that was. And then they hit like a minor speed bump like right in the middle, but then it's almost immediately figured out. Everyone's happy and it shows the promotion and then credits roll. It just happened very fast for a lot of buildup. There wasn't a huge big payoff moment of like a climactic scene. It was more of just a bunch of small details that led to the credits rolling, which was fine. It was still an enjoyable movie that was very funny, but there wasn't a big payoff that you were really building up to the whole time. So for my summary, Flamin' Hot was a very good movie where the actors completely nailed it. They were excellent. And the plot told a very good, heartwarming story about why family is important and why you should keep them close to you and build with them. And the only minor complaints that I did have was about timing and pacing of the movie. So with that, I'm going to give Flamin' Hot a 7 out of 10. It was a very good movie. It just wasn't this crazy revolutionary thing. I did enjoy the plot points. The funny parts were funny. The dramatic parts were dramatic. And it's just a good movie to sit down and watch. So that's going to wrap up my review, everybody. I want to thank you all for watching, and I really appreciate it. I release these every Monday, and me and Tyson release a daily short just talking about what's coming out. So check those out, and I'll catch you in the next review. Thank you for checking out Nerd News, everybody. We don't have advertising, so you are the advertising. If you like it, tell a friend, like, comment, subscribe, even leave a review on Apple. Everything that you do to support us, we truly appreciate it. And we actually just launched our Patreon, so if you'd like to support us even more, you can go check that out. All of our content is free. We have different rewards for different tiers, so check that out. And thanks again. We'll catch you next time.